Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out the new Trixie Cosmetics palette. This is the collaboration with Laganja. This is the Extravaganja palette. I also got the liquid lipstick that came in this collection, and I am really excited to play with this. I've already tried a couple shades just to see, and it looks like the same Trixie formula I know and love, and I just can't wait to play with this some more. This came a few days ago, but I haven't had a chance to film, and it seems also kind of fitting to film it today on 420 because of the theme and the drag queen. So I'm really excited to try this out. And if you are new here, my name is Colin. I'm a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a definite soft spot for indie makeup and high-end makeup. And I tend to take a pretty analytical approach to my reviews and my collection as a whole. And I have new content every week, so I'd love to have you subscribe. Okay, so this is the palette. These retail for $48, I believe. They are running a special today, but for like 20% off other things if you buy this. But this will not go up in time for that to take effect. But you can get 10% off if you haven't bought from them before, like when you sign up for the mailing list. Really like the packaging. I think they did a really good job on the theming, the artwork, all of that. Also, I do think it is very fitting for Laganja. It's very fitting for today, being 420. And I think this is a really beautiful color story. If you don't know Laganja, she is another queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. So she was on season 6. Trixie was on season 7. She has not been back for All Stars, except for a performance, a lip sync. So hopefully one day she'll be back for All Stars. If you haven't seen the video of Laganja lip syncing on All Stars to Dua Lipa, it's amazing. You should go watch it. I will try to link it in the cards or something. But she is a drag queen. She is a trans woman. She came out in the last year or so, I believe. Time means nothing anymore. And she's been documenting it here on YouTube, her transition, things like getting laser hair removal, things like that. It's been really great to watch. And she's also an amazing dancer and choreographer. So she does a lot of choreo for other queens, not just Drag Race queens. She's done a bunch of the choreo for like Trixie's music videos and stuff. But this is the outer box. It's the typical Trixie Cosmetics size, with, made in the US, 12-month shelf life, recycle, all of that. And then when you open it up, I do like that there's detail on the inner packaging. It looks like it's a green hand doing like a pinching motion. And then the palette itself is the same artwork, but holographic, and it's so cute. Really, really well done. I like the melty smiley face and the mushrooms. Even though it's, 420 themed, they had to throw in, the magic mushroom stuff too, which Melt just did a palette themed around. It did come with a little card, has the mushrooms too. I did not pick up the backpack or the lip gloss. I have like 15 Trixie lip glosses and one of them is green, so I didn't feel the need to get another one. I tried to get the bundle that had both lips and the palette, because it was $70, but that sold out like instantly. So I got the lipstick and the palette and paid shipping, and it ended up being $70. But love this look. I kind of want to recreate this, not today, but one of these days. Really like this look. And then when you open it up, you've got a nice mirror. It's the same Trixie size palette. The only palettes that are different was Daytime Realness and Nighttime Realness. Those are a different size and shape. And like the mini quads, like the mini palettes are different, but I have 6 other palettes from Trixie and they're all exactly the same size as this, including the one with Juno Birch. I like that she's done 3 collabs. It was the Katya one, the Juno Birch, and this one, so 2 of them were also drag queens, but also trans women, which I really appreciate. And you can see I've already used a few of the shades. Really beautiful color story, kind of rainbow, but kind of not. So you've got this little neutrals quad. The shade is really beautiful. And then you've got the green yellow quad, and then you've got these blue and pinks. I like this one's Trans Lives Matter, and it's like these are the blue and pink from the trans flag. You just need a white, which there is in the Juno palette, I believe. But really like this. These two are like Trixie's normal shimmer formula, and this one's super sparkly, so it's a little bit different. I will do swatches, and I think I'm gonna do 2 looks, one on each eye, just to try as many shades as possible. But first I do wanna try the lipstick. So these retail for like $16, and they are a really comfortable formula. I have the other 3 that they have. The first one came out with the Juno palette, and really love the formula, but the color was not okay on my skin tone. It's like too mauve of a pink, and so it just kind of makes me look sick unless I use a lot of lip liner and just barely use it. But the formula feels great on the lips. So then when they did pink and red for Trixie and Katya, I bought those. Really enjoy those. The red is really nice. And this is a nice orange, which I love an orange lip. So this is the shade Flaming Hot. You get 5 grams. It's the same size as the lip glosses and other stuff from Trixie. And then I did use my Trixie bronzer and blush today. I also used my Hourglass, the ones from the Elephant palette, on top of that, just because those have like a sheen to them, and I wanted that on top. But I'm gonna put this on. I don't think I'm gonna wear it for the whole video though, because it's very bold, and I tend to wear this kind of shade in the summer, which is bronzer. So I do also have the Rare Beauty lip oil in the brown shade, and I'll probably wear that the rest of the video because it's what I have on now and it's pretty neutral. This does have a sweet smell. Did I get it in my nose? No. It does have a sweet smell, like a lot of lipsticks, kind of cake battery, if that makes sense. But let's put this on. Very pigmented. I have already tried this on once. Okay, not doing a perfect job with this, but it's more for so you can see the color, especially if your skin tone is similar to mine. Really, really like this formula. It's a traditional liquid lipstick where it dries down matte, but it's really comfortable. It's not drying and gross on your lips like a lot of them. It's probably the most comfortable of this type of formula I've used, where it dries down fully matte, but it doesn't feel matte and dry. So really like this. I'm gonna leave this on while I do the swatches, and then probably take it off while I do the looks. I feel like the camera, the lighting, because it's gray and rainy today, is kind of washing me out. So, but I do really like this shade, especially in the summer. I'm excited to wear this throughout the summer. So I am gonna swatch this just so you can see the colors and textures. And I'm just gonna kind of do them in the little quads, I think. That way you can see like the neutrals next to each other and so on. And the pinks and green, or like the greens next to each other. And so the first shade is Props to Ya, and it is just a champagne, but it's a really pretty sparkly one. I did wear this the other day, and it has a lot more sparkle to it than her normal metallics do. It's not just a metallic, it is very sparkly, kind of, but like glitter speckle, not glittery, but like, you know, very speckly. This is the shade Come On Natch, like Come On Natural. If you don't know Laganja, the shade names won't really make sense, but. And then we've got Blunt Wrap, which is the darkest shade in here, really pretty. And then I'll try to get Chicken Nugget on my pinky. Not very good at swatching with my pinky. Swatches don't really tell you anything other than color, so I don't really care if it's a bad swatch. Okay, so we've got the shimmer right here, and you can see some of that sparkle as I kind of blend it out. We've got Come On Natch, Blunt Wrap, and this one. So very neutral, especially if you are Laganja skin tone. If you're a white person, these are gonna be really good daily friendly shades. They're a little pale for me, but I think I can use them, especially maybe to buff out the darker brown versus using them as like really in my crease. And then in this little quad, we've got 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. So we've got Lighters Up, which is this really beautiful yellow, and it's a really nice yellow. I was worried it was gonna be dry because a lot of yellows like this are. So I did already use it, and it was really pretty. And then we've got Nug, which is a nice teal. And we've got Green Crack, is a nice pale like lime green. And then we've got Medicated, which is a nice darker green. On me, it's pulling a little teal, but because of my olive undertone, any kind of tealy blue, emerald green just looks teal on me. So like anything that has too much blue in it is gonna look blue. So there's the yellow, really pretty yellow shimmer. There's the teal, kind of emerald green. There's the lime shade that swatched horribly. And then there's the other green. So those are the greeny yellow tones. And then we've got the pinks and the blues. So I'm gonna do the blues next to each other and the pinks next to each other. So here is Chasse Away, which is the light blue. And then Au Coeur. I'm not gonna try to, I can't tongue pop, so I'm not gonna try to make that noise. Those are the blues. And then we've got Trans Lives Matter, which is the light pink. Kind of satin, there's like some sparkle to it. And then Tongue Pop is the hot like Barbie pink shade. So light blue, dark blue, that's a really nice blue. The baby pink and the hot pink. That's a really nice hot pink. I don't really wear pink, but really like that. So these are the shades all swatched. Really excited to use these and really happy to have this in my collection, especially in my Trixie collection. I think this will pair nicely with other palettes. So I'm gonna go wash this off so I don't get it everywhere because I already have some all over me, and I'll be right back to do the looks. And then before I wash off the lipstick and put the lip oil back on, I did want to show you what it looks like fully dried down. Really comfortable, really like this color. I can't wait to wear this all summer. So I'm gonna go wash this off as well, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I put a little bit of my Nars eye primer down, and I think what I'm gonna do, I've already used the neutrals a little bit, and they're just, you know, neutrals. I think on my skin tone, this can be, you know, decently I basically would just use this and then blend out with one of those. So I think what I want to try is do like a green look, and then I think I'm gonna do like a blue look maybe. I can't help myself with blues. And then maybe pair the blues with the neutral shimmer or something. It's kind of where I'm thinking right now, but I don't know 100%. Also, I did get a sample, like a trial size of the Hourglass face primer, and I tried that for the first time today, and I think my skin looks really nice. You'll have to let me know what you think. I think it added a nice kind of blur to my skin. So, don't want to fall in love with another expensive primer, but so let's do the greens on this side. It feels fitting to use the greens for Laganja from her palette on 420. So I'm gonna start with Green Crack and then put Medicated, the Green Crack on the inner part of my crease and then put Medicated on the outer part. So I'm picking it up on, this is a Sigma brush, and I'm just gonna tap that right here. I just wanna see how pigmented it is as a lime green matte. And obviously like a white primer or something would really make it pop with something like this kind of almost neon, but it does show up pretty well. I think it would be a nice inner corner shade if you wanted a matte inner corner. And it layers, it's building nicely. So I wanted to see if it was one of those shades that is really only good for blending the edges of another one, or if you could really use it by itself. And I do think I could use this by itself. It's not the most pigmented lime green, but it is kind of neon, so I'm not surprised. So it's one of those shades that you want to, anything that's verging on neon or is neon, you want to blend by kind of just tapping versus swiping. Neons never like to swipe. So that looks nice. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Medicated on the same brush. There is some kick up in the pan, but that's not something I care about. I'm gonna put that out here. And that's a nicely pigmented, yeah, it's kind of a emerald green, so it's gonna look pretty teal on me. But if you don't have green in your skin, it might look a little bit more green than blue. I'm just kind of created a wing shape. Sometimes I go into filming knowing I want to use that shade and that, I want to put that there, and I have it all planned out. Today is not one of those days. Today I'm just putting stuff where I feel. And then I'm going to pick up more of green crack and use that to kind of blend the edges and blend the two together. And if you wanted, because the Come On Nat shade has a bit of a yellow undertone to it, that might be nice to also blend the edges if you were worried about seamlessly blending into your skin. I would use that as a transition. Okay, so I'm liking the way this looks. Got the darker green wing. I've got, you can see the green here, the lime green. So that is looking nice. And where they've blended together, they've blended nicely. And they've kind of made it a new green there. So I just mixed the two together just to see what would happen and tapped it right here, and it definitely made a new green. That's a much brighter true green. So these do mix together nicely. You can create your own shade. So don't necessarily want that right there, but I'm gonna put a shimmer over it, so it kind of doesn't matter. So a nice little experiment. I'm gonna do both Lighters Up and Nug. So I'm gonna do Nug on the outer part of the lid, picking it up on a rougher brush. I'm gonna put that over the new green shade that I just created by accident. And this is just a nice, kind of standard metallic. This is the kind of creamy metallic shade that I could put, you could put it all over the lid and then just use one of the greens to blend it out. Really pretty. I think this shade will also pair nicely with the blues. And then I'm gonna pick up on the same brush, Lighters Up, and I'm gonna put that here. And that is a really nice yellow shimmer. I've definitely used shimmers like this from brands like ColourPop that are not very pigmented and kind of dry and ashy. And this is definitely on the creamier side. And I'm just kind of trying to blend the two together right here. You could also just put Nug all over the lid and put Lighters Up on the inner corner, but I wanted to put both. Okay, I really like that. I'm gonna take a little bit of medicated, and I don't always put shadow underneath my eye, but I do want to put a little bit here today. I'm just tapping in. This is like a Morphe smudgy brush. I just like it because it's small and dense. It's one of like the 2 Morphe brushes I own, because the rest were horrible. And then I'm just picking up on the same brush a little bit of green crack and kind of dusting over the edge of that. Okay, I like that. Just picking up on the side of my brush, my rougher 21, yeah. I'm just putting a little bit more of the green or the yellow shade. Lighters Up right here. Okay, I really like that. Nice monochromatic yellow-green moment, really pretty. So let's go into the other side and try out the blues. The blue and the pink together to make kind of a purple. I don't think I want to do that today, but you could. I already have a brush that's stained blue from the Melt palette and a previous look from, I don't remember when. So I'm gonna use this. This is a Rougher 1 brush. I'm gonna do kind of the same shape on the other side with the light blue and the dark blue. So I just wanna see how they perform as blues, because blues are notoriously hard to formulate. So I'm just tapping a little bit of the light blue on the inner part of my lid and crease, and that's really pigmented. It's a really nice baby blue. I think to make this eye kind of the trans colors, I might put some of the baby pink underneath my eye or something. So that was 2 dips. Really pretty. And then I'm gonna pick up the darker blue on the same brush. I just wiped it off on a microfiber towel. And I'm gonna put that here. It's kind of a purpley leaning blue, so I think it would pair well with the pinks as well. I was just wondering why I seemed out of focus in the mirror, and it was because I hadn't peeled the thing off, the sticker. So I'm not doing the exact same shape, but I'm just kind of putting the dark blue out here as a wing, just stamping it where I want it, and then blending the edges. And I'm gonna pick up more of the baby blue. I'm gonna blend the 2 together out here. Okay, that looks really nice. And I don't have any fallout from either shade, on either side. And I'm just now using what's left on the brush to kind of blend over my lid, just to make sure there's no gaps. Okay, I really like that. Those are really pretty blues. You could do an all matte look and just leave it like that, but I am gonna put a shimmer on. And then I am gonna try the pink on the lower lash line. So this is the shade Trans Lives Matter on the same little smudgy brush. And I'm just picking it up and smushing it right here. It's a really pigmented baby pink. Like, shades like this don't always work. I have shades like this from Natasha Denona that do not show up on me. Oh, I got a little something in my eye from Refer 21 brush. This one's nice and clean. I'm gonna pick up the Props to You shade. And I'm gonna put that all over the lid. It's kind of a pinky champagne. So it is picking up with the brush, but I'm gonna try it with my finger. I think it worked better the other day without mattes on my lid. You can see it's very sparkly. So if you like a really sparkly shimmer, this is definitely a good one. I think this would be a nice, like, just throw this all over your lid. Nothing else. Maybe a little bit of bronzer or the Blunt Wrap shade or something, or like a little bit of eyeliner. I have a couple little sparkles that fell, but they wiped away. You can also see it's less opaque than the other shimmers. It's definitely more sparkly and like less, there's a little bit less of a base to it, which is also why I wanted to put mattes down underneath, just to add that sparkle. Okay, so I am gonna go off camera real quick and add some mascara and stuff, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and this is the finished 2 looks. Really like these. I think the shadows performed well. I like that I did kind of a trans look here and a green look here. I think that's very fitting for Laganja. I don't know if she'll see this video. I doubt it, but I do think that's very fitting to have the green and the trans flag kind of colors. I do think the shades all here worked really well. I think they're the standard Trixie Cosmetics formula, so if you've tried them and you like them, I think you'll like these. I do want to say, I think props to ya, looks nice, but it's not as pretty as the other day. So I think if you're gonna put it over mattes like I did, I would put glitter glue down or use it wet or something like that. When I used it the other day on just primer or on my bare lid, it looked more ethereal and sparkly and wet and really pretty. And it doesn't look quite as nice today. And I think that's just because I have it over mattes and it needs something to stick to. So just a heads up on that. I wish I would have taken a photo, but I just did like a quick look because I was impatient. So sometimes it was when I hurt my neck last week, so I wasn't like able to really film, but I was like, I'm impatient and I want to put a couple of these on my eyes, and put that on my eye, and it was beautiful. And it's still really pretty. It's just not as nice and as pretty and like ethereal and sparkly as it was. So I think it just needs a primer, or it needs something to stick to versus mattes. So that's on me. But now that I know that, I'll use it accordingly in the future. Really excited to use this. The other day I also did try out these two shades, and Chicken Nugget it showed up on my skin tone very lightly. I could build it up, but I think it's more, if I wanted to do a nude look with this, I would just put blunt wrap all over and then just blend the edges with those. So, but if you're lighter than me, I don't think you'll have an issue. If you're darker than me, I don't know. You might not really use those much, or these could be like lid shades. Like you could use them as a brightening lid shade if you want to do an all matte look or an inner corner or something. But I think overall, really good quality, really happy I grabbed this. Love the packaging, love the lipstick. I am gonna wear all of this all the time this summer, so really happy I got this. Trixie Cosmetics is one of my favorite brands. I'm really glad that I am able to review them when they come out with new stuff. My budget for review things has been kind of limited lately, but as soon as I saw this, I had to get it. So, like I said, I don't expect Laganja to see this video. I don't, she's famous enough, I don't expect her to see this, but if she does, if you do watch this, congratulations. I think this is a really fun collab. It's a very you collab. I think you did a really great job picking the colors. I can't wait to wear this all summer. It's just a really pretty, really well done. And I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud to see just the person and the performer and the artist that you are and you've become. So I'm really excited to keep playing with this. I will definitely do some more neutral looks and try those out, especially next week, because I actually have to work from an office again. So I will try out the neutrals again at least next week. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the palette and the collection. Did you pick it up? Are you thinking of picking it up? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I know at least one follower of mine tried to get the backpack and couldn't, so hopefully they restock it and you can, because the backpack is really cute. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, I love to hear them. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.